Hi all, I am Companion Wulf. Happy Easter to everyone, and for those who don't celebrate it, happy Sunday. These past 5 weeks have been absolutely hellish, where there's been pretty much all work and no play. And so now I have some time, things should start settling down, so I figured that I would start recording the games in the SGB Returners 2022 Game Jam hosted by Amalgamash. Figured I would start with my own, and then that way I can give you a little bit of some personal game dev notes, plus a little bit of a sneak preview of the things to come at the end of the video. Anyway, without further ado, let us begin The Untitleds by me, Companion Wulf. Incidentally, I turned down the music, turned off the music because, well, YouTube. Anyway, The Untitleds is a Smile game builder demo created for the Returners 2022 Game Jam, hosted by Amalgamash. All characters, names, places, and events in this game are fictional. Any resemblance or similarity to actual events, places, entities, or persons, whether living or dead, is purely coincidental. The game contains optional adult content, profanity, references to alcohol and smoking, sexual innuendos and allusions, and contents some people might find offensive. While I may acknowledge the ideologies of polygender, this game focuses on male and female genders only, including selecting the main character's gender. All relationships between characters focus on these two genders. The mandatory disclaimer. A little bit of game information for you. This will probably be the first, last, and only game I'll create to completion for SGB before I move on to other projects. This doesn't mean I'm leaving SGB entirely. I will continue supporting it and the Discord community, and may still produce the occasional tutorials for the engine or playthrough videos of others' games, which I plan to do over the course of the next weeks, right up until the end deadline. The Untitleds it certainly isn't 100% complete at the time of submission, especially the menu system. The game uses several techniques to showcase some of the things that can be done with SGB's events. I took full advantage of my time off and a new work schedule to produce a fully playable demo of the Game Jam, which I will continue to its conclusion. And incidentally, like, the idea being that, I would say, cool, I have all of this time off now and a new work schedule, so I will work on this game to completion, and then I was going to submit it last minute, right before the deadline, because I continuously told Ash, no, I'm not going to participate, but it didn't quite work that way because it ended up being a lot of work where I had to focus on my priorities and, work itself to offset the money that the new shifts and the tax hikes took. Anyway, enough waffle. First name, I think I will go with maybe I'll go with a female character this time. I usually play through it with male character. So the last name, Wulf. This incidentally is customized. So to play the intro, that's not available yet. Tutorials, some in-game information about game mechanics, and then I'm not going to include the mature content for this video, only because, well, our favourite video channel likes to censor certain things. The dev notes, yeah, I'll keep them on, but then I'll add to it. The Untitleds uses a mixture of the SGB default assets and DLCs and some custom ones. Didn't have the time or inclination to continue with a complete customizations of the assets because that takes quite a lot of time. It is what it is, but after the game jam I will spend much more time on this and develop the assets so that they are completely customized, and then these will be probably available for download and use on Subscribestar. There will be a mismatch of out of place assets that will no doubt make the game look weird as hell, which it does, and the game and its system still has its bugs. Anyway, let's move on to the game. Prologue. Lux splendidur cum tenebrae non videt. A brighter light does not see darkness. That little achievement is the music unlocked. That was for the title, and obviously there'll be a lot. We can view this later. I'm an ordinary, boring gal. I lead a very ordinary, boring life. I'm often told I'm a bit of a nerd, and I guess that's true since I prefer studying to partying. I just don't like going out, meeting new people, making new friends. That just isn't me. This is Gia. We're complete opposites. She's outgoing and confident. I'm introverted and very shy. But unbelievably, we're the best of friends, and she stuck by me no matter what. Babe, are you even listening? Huh? What? Sorry, Gia. What am I gonna do with you, babe? You're always spacing out like this. Sorry. It's just that I've had so much on my mind lately. My final exams are around the corner. My boyfriend dumped me. Incidentally, depending on whether you're male or female, there are certain things that will change, certain subtle things, like in this case, this part here, if you're male, it will be changed to girlfriend. And then, as you can see in the background, another thing that will change is that will be a beer glass if you're male. Anyway, let's continue. My boyfriend dumped me, and there's family life to deal with. Yeah, Fiora, listen, you worry too much. Life is too short. You know what you need? A new life? You're funny. No, you need to go out. That's what you need. Gia, for goodness sake, you're incorrigible. Yeah, and that's why you love me. I'm not taking no for an answer. We're going out. I tried every excuse not to go, but this is Gia we're talking about. Once she gets an idea like this in her head, there really is no dissuading her. She told me to wear something cute. I don't do cute. Gia, let's go. Can we go home? I really don't want to be here. Come on, Han. We're gonna have fun. Besides, you need to chill out. Distract yourself from your woes. We'll deal with all the problems later. I guess you're right. And as you can see as well, in this particular system, the clothes that they wear will also be reflected in this little part here. I'll further develop on that as well. Ash pointed out that Gia still has the same clothes that she wore. She doesn't change. So once again, after in a little bit, I'll sort of change that so she has a little bit more clubby clothes. And awesome, meet you at the bar. Zip! I gotta change the speed to something slower. You are now in free roam mode. You can move around and interact with people and objects, and this is pretty much it. Interact. Now this girl is really dancing. That is or should be randomized. Where every time you come in, like it's basically at the beginning, it starts off with the one dance and then ends up with the other. Ash tried to go into the toilets, but you know, when he played through, he tried to go into the toilets, and no, there's nothing there yet. I think this hottie is into me. I'm bored, but all this guy wants to do is talk. And here is Gia. Hey, girly. Good, you're here. I bought you a drink. Thanks. I'm gonna find a seat. And you take a drink. You take your drink, but Gia forgot hers. I have been thinking of putting in kind of like a little game mechanic for relationships where it's Gia forgets her drink, and you can have the option of grabbing her drink and then giving it to her, and if you don't, then you lose relationship points with her, but if you do, then you gain relationship points, although that's kind of like a little bit of iffy because you're best friends anyway, and it might sort of get to the point where if you have a certain amount of relationship points, then she will start sort of like revealing what's going on in her life, and if not, then you won't know, and the ending will be much more of a surprise. This, like I said, is experimental. Anyway, check out that dance floor. That spinning disco ball is pretty. You know what? Let's get a selfie together. Selfie mode adds certain photos of certain locations to the gallery, which you can access later. Move towards the red marker to take the selfie. So there's the red marker, and just move on to it. The spinning disco ball is broken. Ash and Shar, when they when they played through this, said that it's not actually broken, or it doesn't appear to be, because it sort of changes colours. I'll definitely have to reduce the size, make it sort of like a little bit more dynamic, and then I don't know, I'm still personally unsure about that. So the photo is unlocked. Have a look at that soon. A few hours and drinks later. Oh, and what about Mike? The typical frat boy. He had his way with me, and that was it, that. And then he was like, "What, babe? We had some fun. You didn't think this was serious, did you? What a loser. Why do I pick these bad boy types, Vera? Maybe you're looking in all the wrong places, Gia. Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, the right person could be sitting right in front of me, and I'd be too stupid and blind to even recognize them. You're not stupid, Gia. Blinded, yeah, but I think you're so desperate for love and to be loved that you project it onto others, and it translates into something more physical and spiritual. So subconsciously you pick these one-night stand and bad boy types. You hide behind this devil-may-care mask, but deep down you do care. People take advantage of this and end up hurting you, but the mask comes up again, reinforced, and you're back to cheerful, chirpy Gia without a single care in the world. Whoa, that's deep, babe. But I guess you're right. Of course I am. I know you, Gia. Sometimes better than you know yourself. Yeah, and that's why we're besties, right? Anyway, ignore me. You know how maudlin I get when I've had a few drinks, so let's enjoy the rest of the night. When Ash did the playthrough, he played the part of Gia. He did like a much more of a drunken talk, and I can't do that, so it's just imagine that Gia's drunk at this point. And there goes the mask again. What was that? Oh, nothing. We spent the rest of the night at the same table, talking and laughing, with the drinks flowing. Actually, it made a refreshing change. Gia would usually be flirting with some random guy or footing it on the dance floor, often provocatively. She was hot, and she knew it, and she knew how to flaunt it. So it's not surprising that she attracted both genders, often sadly to her disadvantage. I admired Gia, her confidence and the way she presented herself to the world. She disregarded what anyone said to her, or their thoughts. She just shrugged it all off and lived how she wanted to, even if she was ultimately hiding behind a facade. When the night came to a close and it was time to go home, we shared a cab. We were too drunk to walk. Gia kissed me on my cheek, as she normally did when we said our goodbyes, before staggering the short distance to our house. They lived quite close to one another, practically grew up, I guess. I watched until she stumbled inside and was safe, and then I was ready to climb into bed and sleep. Day 1. Profundius umbrae, profundius tenebrae. The deeper the shadows, the deeper the darkness. This, incidentally, this little thing is probably not going to be actually in day 1. It'll be changed to something a little bit later. You can now use your X phone, where you can access all kinds of information. And it's X for the X phone. So now this is the house. So I'm going to delve into the menu. Cancelling out the menu results in the entire phone closing, and you have to reopen it to use again. I have since changed this, I believe. So with a profile, this will be expanded slightly, and then the stats. 3 out of 10 songs, which is correct, and 1 achievement, and she's had 2 relationships, and the game has been 9% completed. Okay, so there's still going to be a hell of a lot to go. And this is the gallery. I tried to create a sub-menu here to zoom the pictures in and out, but it was challenging in SGB's climate, so I kept it like this for now, because what I would like to do is have a menu where you could navigate between, and then when you click on the photo, it will zoom in the center, so you can see which ones. But sadly, that isn't possible. So the jukebox, these are the sounds that you have. You can play at the moment. Whenever the cursor is on the sound, it will automatically play, but I've since updated it where you can actually press the decide key and it will play, and then if you want to cancel it, you press the dash key. That doesn't work in this particular version, which is a shame. The documents are not implemented, the contacts is not implemented, neither is the email. These 3 are going to be implemented in a later version, and of course you got like these links actually they do work. If we test it out, this is my subscribe star, which I'm going to update fairly soon. You can log in, sign up, etc. But as it said, do not, if you're in windowed mode, do not click this, because it will close the entire game and you'll have to start all over again. So the next bit is the saves game. What I've done is that little bit there at the beginning. Achievements. First achievement, introduction completed, and then the last but one is the trophies. I haven't got any yet. So now the map. This is a good one because this little cursor here will move according to where you are in the apartment. There's not really a lot here. You can interact with stuff, but you open the door. It's a little laptop. Time to study. Tests are unavailable in this version because of an as yet unidentified bug that has subsequently been fixed. It's intended as a set of multiple choice questions, but for some reason the scores or percentages were not updating properly. And not only that, as well, is SUB tends to cache the key presses sometimes. So when you go in moving on to the next question, it'll automatically select one. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but we'll get to a preview of that after. And then if we check the map in the bedroom, then moving on, I'm going to fly through this a little bit, and then this is the bathroom. See, the cursor or the little pin will change. So let's quickly go into the kitchen. You will actually see, you probably recognize this from one of my previous games, a model that I created for that. Incidentally, for the textures, it took an awful lot of time to create that. I created that from scratch. And this door, oh, we got the carton. So with the map, you've unlocked the garden. That wasn't available yet. So now what's this? A trophy for participating in Amalgamash's SGB Summer 2021 Game Jam, which, if you remember the game, it was a strange one, in my opinion. So the trophy's unlocked, and the Easter egg has been locked. So if you check the stats one more time, you can actually see the gallery image. 3 songs, yeah, 1 Easter egg, 1 trophy, 1 achievement. That's correct. So with the trophy, here it is. And that's pretty much it for this demo. No more content. So this pretty much explains a little bit about what I had intended, and I mentioned that in the beginning, but frustratingly time, it just warped, got swallowed into that black hole. So this is the new, improved and expanded tablet system. A lot of this has changed. The background here is changed as well, and you can also change the background here. This hasn't been implemented yet, but yeah, there's a lot more going on. The only ones that have been implemented so far is that, when I have yet to expand it slightly, and then the stats, that's pretty much remained the same. The gallery, I think the jukebox, which you can press the key to hear the music, and then you can stop it as well. The map, the achievements and the trophies. Anyway, that's it. Oh, I thought I'd done that one, but no. So the next feature is the test. Test 1, and you can select the answers. We'll give a brief description. This is still bugged, I don't know why. But gonna address this. I'm gonna do this completely from scratch, and something that is another feature. So this is another one. I have like animations, animated backgrounds and so on, just to make something a little bit more dynamic. It has a proper intro this time as well. Okay, and that pretty much is it for the this video playthrough. Some of the new features that are coming, they will be implemented slowly over the next few weeks, I guess. But Amalgamash will be able to review the full menu when it's actually done. Most of it is fully functional already. I just have to link everything together, and when that's done, no doubt he'll do a sort of playthrough prototype. My other beta tester is Floormore, so you know it's gonna be really cool. Anyway, that's it. I will do another video tomorrow. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Until the next time.